Hi guys, welcome to Born Without Boundaries. This is our new moon party, new moon in Cancer. New moon in Cancer, as the sun moves from Gemini to Cancer, the moon does too. The moon and sun seem to be right in sync and in perfect synchronicity, doing this beautiful dance in the sky right now, moving in synchronicity into Cancer. There's also a solar eclipse. This solar eclipse could bring a lot of energy and a lot of change, a wonderful energy to get behind transformation. Hi guys, what's up, Julia, James, Stacy? Hi, thank you so much for joining. I have my water bottle with me. I ate my dinner. Hey Jackie, I made sure that all my energy is up because this is a big reading. Oh. And I've got to take down my my timestamps. Yeah. So I'm going to start from Scorpio and go all the way then through Libra. And I have 3 decks that I'm using. I'm using the Moonology deck. So we start with the Moonology deck, and then the Work Your Light deck. And then I also have the Secret Language of Light deck. I love this deck, and I might read from that book as well. I kind of like to read through the book. It's just there are nice messages in there. So each sign will get a 3-card pull, and if I need to clarify it with tarot. I talked a little bit about it on my daily. If you get a chance to go look at the daily, please go watch the daily. It was a beautiful message. And I talked a little bit about the importance of not underestimating the 4th house and domesticity, as well as the divine feminine that Cancer represents. The house and the home is always overlooked, and it's sad because the importance of it is underestimated. And when the house and the home is not strong and it is not solid, it does not nurture you and it does not nurture families. And I said this in the daily: when people are not nurtured in healthy homes, the bottom line is their bottom line is always struggle and difficulty. Now, of course, there are a lot of successful people who have come from broken homes. I am one of them. But the bottom line is still, it's more difficult. It's sad. You know, you end up having to parent yourself because you weren't parented, or take a lot of time to work on yourself, which is also wonderful, but to heal. I can guarantee you that when you are from a home that is broken, you start way back in the field house, okay? And it takes you decades just to get to the starting line. So you are very disadvantaged. So to underestimate the strong homes and having strong homes is the stupidest thing this world has ever done. It started, I think, primarily back in the late 70s, 80s, where the time that I was raised. And now I feel like especially with the North Node in Cancer, for 2.5 years it stayed there, and I think we still ignored it. We were very much looking for popularity and status and making money and all of those things that basically ignore everything that the 4th house tries to teach us. And of course, as you know, every North Node is supposed to teach us something. It's supposed to lead us in a direction. It's supposed to give us the list of characteristics that will help us direct us to the best parts of ourselves. And all of our North Nodes are in different places. So those are our personal journeys. But when North Nodes, of course, we're all affected and influenced by the North Nodes when they switch and change, when they are where they are, right? And we're supposed to learn, we're supposed to direct, and over 2.5 years, we just completely ignored the Cancerian energy of the North Node, and we ended up in quarantine, being forced to work and nurture and work our own houses and work our own lawns and talk to our spouses and play with our children and teach our children the way that we used to. There is a sense of, and I'm not trying to push morality on anybody, but there was a sense of needing to get back to that. And even just 2-3 months of that, helping and improving the condition of our families so much. And so here we are looking at the mighty power of the divine feminine, and it showed us its wrath when it was ignored too much. I don't think divine feminine energy asks for a lot, but it certainly does ask to be cared for and respected the way that it cares for and respects us. And when it's tormented, tortured, or littered upon, it will fight back. And it really did in the most beautiful of ways. Not to say that the people who died of COVID were punished in any way, not at all, but to say that all of us being in quarantine, it was actually a beautiful punishment, because it was a punishment that helped us grow. It was a punishment that actually helped us. Still the divine feminine energy was trying to teach us something. And as we head into Mercury retrograde in Cancer season, there's a lot for us to learn. There's a lot for us to learn about our family history. There's a lot for us to learn about conditions or issues that are going on in our families. This is a good time to really listen to the people in your family, or that you consider family, or the people that are closest to you. Listen to them, because they have things to tell you and things that you don't know about them, and discussions need to be had. But this is more of a time of listening, paying attention, and giving people the opportunity to really show themselves and let you share in it. This is a wonderful energy to just, I think, even question, are we happy in our home? Are we where we want to be? If we're house shopping, let's not pick that house that we're doing just because this is the one we can afford. Let's get real. And I'm not talking about luxury. I'm talking about, you got to get real, and you can't settle. And this is a time to really get real. It's not about purchasing or finance. It's about understanding what really, really, really makes you happy. Is it that posh, high rise with no yard, or is it actually living out in the country where your kids have a yard to play in? Like, what is it? I know for a fact that real estate in Connecticut is on the rise again. And the reason is because of all the COVID crisis and the quarantine crisis. People want to move out to Connecticut, where they want to move out of the city. It happened in 9/11 too. As soon as there's a danger or there's a threat, or people get reminded of how important family is because some horrible, huge thing has to happen, now they want to come out into the country where the kids have a yard and they have more of a community to live in. Now that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. But I also know what else happened to the real estate market, and the horrible things and the horrible ways that the real estate market really screwed people last time. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen again, because I don't think we could live through that again. Remember, 9/11 happened in 2001, and by 2009 the housing market absolutely crashed, bankrupted us, and threw us into one of the worst recessions, almost depressions, that we've had in this country since the Great Depression. And so I'm just hoping that this time around people allow people to prioritize family without finding a way to raise prices, inflate prices, and make things ridiculous the way that they did last time. And because I can tell you right now, with the Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all in retrograde, if that shit happens again, these people are going to, I'm just going to say it. The banks got off real easy in 2008, 2009. They will not get off easy again. The wrath of God will come down on them, and not just a few of them, if they fuck up again, because karma is paying real close attention right now. Pluto and Saturn, the dharmic and karmic planets, they're real slow. They're going real slow. They're in retrograde, and they're watching every fucking thing that we do. I'm telling you, this is a very, very karmic period, especially through the end of June, when so many planets are in retrograde. This is when the cosmos really tests you for who you are, and it's going to take a checklist, and it will come back and bite you in your ass. So personally, right, as within, so without, we need to really check our behavior and make sure that we do everything with integrity, and not with greed and desperation and fear, because that shit is not going to be tolerated, and this will clean up. This it's almost like it knows it let a lot of bad people go years ago, 10 years ago, and it's back for them, and it's doing everything it can to pull them out and to make them show themselves. And this time around, it's going to be bad. So That's just an FYI, my little prediction right there. Let's get into the reading, shall we? Scorpio, we're going to start with you. As always, thank you so much for your support on the channel. If you guys are interested, please do stop by Instagram Monday through Thursday. I do the daily readings. I do the live readings there. So please go over there and enjoy them. That's what they're meant for. Social interaction. No, I do not do free readings. I've been getting a lot of that lately. I mean, do you do free readings? Do you do free one question answers? No, I don't. I do so much for free. Like I'm doing this daily tarot card for free right now. You want special attention for free? I don't. No, I don't. Like, what the fuck are people thinking? I do a lot for free. I do general public things for free, right? I make a lot of content here for free and over on Instagram for free. So there's a lot of free content that I create that will help guide you and inspire you, really help. But don't ask me to like give you personalized attention for free, because that's not going to happen. I'm always happy to help if you're reaching out, share some words of wisdom and encouragement, or even 800 numbers if it gets that extreme and you really need help. But I don't do the one question, one answer thing anymore. I told you I'm waiting for the numbers to get back up for that to happen, because what was happening was I was answering the same one question for the same group of 10 people, and it got karmically rotten, to be totally honest with you. You can't keep asking the same question every single day. You can't. So I need to get more people on these lives to get back to taking those one questions, one answers again. I have to, or else I just like it's building bad karma to answer the same questions from the same people over and over and over again. And then I get really pissed because those same people are showing up to get free readings every day, but they're not making donations to the channel. They're not contributing in any way. And so that's how I got to suss out the rats and clear it out and say, let's just stick to this content. Okay. So that's my answer there. I do personal readings. Please join me. BornwithoutBoundries@gmail.com. My personal readings are the frickin' bomb, plain and simple. You can look for the information in the link below. And of course, please check out Vimeo, because that's where all the extendeds live. I love you guys, and I'm so grateful for how you have helped me grow this channel. I know everybody thinks Mercury retrograde, we should all shut down and we should stop, don't try to, during a Mercury retrograde, because Mercury is an inner planet and it's so close, it'll affect us almost instantaneously. We can feel it. See, that's what we think. We think that Pluto and Jupiter aren't affecting us. They are. They're affecting us long term. They're keeping a watchful eye. But Mercury is kind of instantaneous, so we can feel the retrograde because it's an inner planet. It's much closer to us. So when Mercury goes retrograde, Venus is in retrograde, we tend to feel it a lot more profoundly because it's close. So how do we deal with a retrograde? We don't give up our plans. We don't stop making arrangements, or we don't, like, the world doesn't come to an end for the month that the retrograde is here, right? But what do? We make sure that we're doing things with integrity, that we're living with integrity. Like I said, is that where you really want to live, or are you just settling because of the rent prices? But what are you settling for? Are you settling for the apartment that doesn't have features, or a house that isn't in the neighborhood that you want? This is a time to really know what is important to you and stand by that. Eventually that is what the universe will help you to manifest. You could see this is sort of a test of your intentions and your integrity to see, if you will stick with something even when it gets lethargic, even when it slows down. Will you stay with it? Don't push. Listen for all the information that's coming to you. It could be cosmic, it could be spiritual, and it's probably also 3D. Really, really look and listen to the information and take your time to pay attention to it. That's what you have to do, especially during a Mercury retrograde. And like I said on the daily, the energy, when Mercury goes into a water sign, it's so much more about the communications of listening than it is about talking. Right? It's about learning and listening. It gets very studious and watchful. in water signs. That's a very, I think it's a positive that water getting stuck in water signs does to Mercury, because Mercury is used to flying through the air, and then all of a sudden there's water and it slows him down, and it makes him have to use his body and his sensibilities in a way that is uncomfortable. But what does it teach him? It teaches him about a whole other dynamic of his capabilities. I made this point as well in the daily. How do animals communicate underwater? Through sonar. They don't talk. There's sound. It's sound waves and vibrations that they pick up, and this is something that we have to think about when Mercury is retrograding in Cancer. There's a sense of, how do we speak to each other, listening and being empathetic, listening with a tender heart, really listening to how people feel, trying to understand them as humans, not just as people that affect us, but how have they been affected, right? Empathy and sympathy are two different things. Sympathy still stands outside of something, placing your own personal experiences and interpretation of another person's situation in front of that person's situation. Empathy just opens up your heart and respects, understands, and connects to the emotions of another. And that's what we really need to get into, especially during a Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Like I said, don't watch out for, but be mindful of those things around your house. I went through a really big, it was when Mercury was in shadow, actually. It wasn't even in full retrograde yet. It was 2 weeks ago that I went through this. I was going through things because, I'm moving to San Diego, and I'm going through things, which is cross country for me. So I'm going through a whole bunch of things. I'm not taking a truck, so I'm just going with my car. So I have to get rid of a lot of things. And I was, holding on to so much stuff that I hadn't even gone through, just because I had accepted, oh, it must be something I want because it's in that container. And as I open it up and I'm going through, I'm like, I don't need this shit. But then there were other things that I was thinking of giving away, because they were like big, bulky books. And I was like, but my heart told me, I don't want to give them away. I don't want to give them away. If you don't want to give it away, don't give it away. This is the time that's going to really ask you in your heart, does that really matter to you? And if the answer is yes, then stand by it. And if the answer is no, let it go. All right, Scorpio, let's get down to business. The time is 17:12. Oh my God, the wind is howling. I've already pre-shuffled the cards and meditated and clarified. So let's get into your energy, Scorpio. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. So this disseminating moon is a waning moon, which means there is a time that is ending in your life. In other words, this energy is a sense of, you've really puffed up your chest. You've really held something in. You've really held on to something major. And now it's causing you pain, and it's causing you sorrow, and it's causing you suffering. What you thought was making you strong or making you look strong is actually cutting off your air supply. So Scorpio, this is a time to let go. A beautiful thing about a disseminating moon is it doesn't mean let go. It means you can do it slowly. You don't have to all of a sudden shock your system, but you have got to little by little chip away and let this go. You've got to do it. I think you've got to do it, but you've clenched to it so long that there is this sense of aching and hurting when you try to loosen your grip. It almost is like freedom is more painful than holding on. It's like when shackles have grown into your skin. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that. It's like when shackles have sunk into your skin and then somebody comes to cut them off. You feel at first pain and a sting, and skin is ripped off. And you're like, ouch, I want to keep my shackles on. But you don't. And the wonderful thing about this is it's not going to rip off skin, because we get to do this slowly, this slow dissemination into exhale, into letting yourself let go. That's a beautiful energy. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. This has to do with family ancestry. This has to do with past family hurts or suffering or sorrows, specifically maternal energy. But there is this, you are not alone. Ancestors stand beside you. Whoever you've lost, whoever you've loved and lost, Scorpio, they're not gone. And there is a sense of maybe holding on to the pain and suffering to the pain and suffering of losing them, because that was your last experience with them, and that was the last experience you were ever going to get with them. And so staying on that first tier of grief was to stay in that suffering and stay in that pain and stay in that sorrow. Why? Because that was the last thing, that was your last connection to them. But that's wrong. It wasn't your last connection to them. Your last connection to them is infinite. There is no last connection. They're still with you. They're still around you. And that's what's so wonderful about having access to the underworld and being able to walk through that veil. You should be able to feel them around you and feel them healing you and feel them loving you. Even if you didn't get to say all the things that you needed to say, what I think is that there's going to be that slow processing of information that's going to help you reconnect with a happier time, that's going to help you reconnect and let go of the pain and reconnect with that loving relationship that you used to have, or that loving relationship that you used to have with yourself, after being screwed up by somebody in your family. That's what's really going to be able to become yours over this Mercury retrograde. Let's go into soul mating. What? Scorpio. Soul mating. I don't think I've ever gotten this card before. I'm definitely going to read from the book. But this is a sense of letting go. And it's interesting because I was thinking when I was reading this card, it's like letting go during a new moon. Why? Because there's something new that wants to come in for you. That's why when you're asked or given the opportunity and the universe is saying to you, this is the time to let the hurt go. This is the time to let the suffering go. This is the time to let holding on to it because you think that's all there is, go. Because something wants to come in. Let's read this card. This is really dark. That's going to be a problem as we go. Embrace your soul to reveal a partner. A new encounter or a deepening of an already existing union will profoundly change the way you perceive unconditional love. Chemistry between two people does not mean they are life partners. You have entered each other's life to awaken, expand, and open your heart so wide that they may never close again. It may last for a moment, a season, or a lifetime. Time is not necessary to shift the cogs. Time is not necessary to shift the cogs of your heart and feel the absolute ecstasy of you. A moment can open you to euphoria. The purpose of a soul relationship is to mirror your love and light and melt away any hard edges or walls you have built. Whatever is mirrored will intensify. Love and peace will feel bigger, but so will fear or pain. This reveals any wounds that hold us away from love, so we can heal them as we embrace more of the love we already recognize. You know what I kept thinking through that reading? Was simply this. Too many of us try to make especially water signs, try to make forever out of every fucking relationship we get into, and that shit is just stupid. You got to stop that crap. Just because it doesn't last forever doesn't mean it wasn't important. Forever is not the ultimate benchmark of an important relationship. Cut that crap out. You can spend one day with somebody and it could change your life, and a lifetime with somebody and it bore the crap out of you. Stop with the whole, and I'm not talking about falling in love in just a day or just a second or just a heartbeat. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying appreciate the moment and the experience with this person who's coming in for you. And this is why you got to let go of the old shit and open up your heart. Let go. This is a good point, Scorpio. With Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in retrograde. It's asking us to question not people or stupid petty relationships, but our ideals themselves. So this is saying this is the challenge. It's like, why you got to hold on to something forever? Why does that got to be a benchmark? Why? Maybe there's going to be somebody that comes into your life for a day, a week, or just a couple of years or whatever. Let it be what it is. Change your relationship with love so that you can love, respect, and appreciate the time you spend with somebody when they're in your life, and you can let go of the hate and the suffering and the pain and the sorrow when they exit your life, so that you can see their exit from your life not as an ending, but as a completion to a lesson. It's that simple. Not easy, but it is simple. All right, Scorpio. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius is 2616. Let's do this. All right, Sag. The cards are already shuffled. Prosperity lies ahead. Word. And this is Taurus energy too. This is saying that over this new moon, there's going to be a lot of abundance, and it's going to be in the 3D, so it's going to be tangible. Now, I feel like I read something. You'll go check out your reading, Taurus, your weekly reading, because I feel like this energy came out in that reading too, a sense of having the resources, but not necessarily knowing what to do with them. And that's okay, because you don't have to make any hard decisions right now. You can take your time. With Taurus energy, it's just saying you have the resources. It doesn't mean that you have to spend it right away. You can go over it, you can review things, take your time. This is a wonderful time. Sagittarius is a wonderful time to welcome resources into your life. And the reason why it's a wonderful time is because we're in retrogrades, which means there doesn't have to be any fast, quick action. There is contemplation. So it's going to help maybe slow you down, whereas you would have just spent all that money right away. It's slowing you down and making you more contemplative. And that's what it's supposed to do. This is the perfect time for the abundance to go in, to come in, because you'll be more prone to not reacting or going crazy or being not reactionary, being impulsive. Good stuff. Then we move on to our work your light cards. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Sagittarius, you are coming upon a whole new part of your life, understanding things and being open to things that normally you would not have been open to. And I think it's the little things. I think it's not the petty stuff. I think this is a sense of a new life that is dawning and starting for you. Something that you may have feared that would never come. But there is no fear here. There's just a sense of understanding the world in a different way, being able to open up your heart and mind to people that maybe you have not been able to open up your heart and mind to in the past, but also a sense of having doors open up for you because you have the resources to be able to do, like you have everything in place, whatever those resources are. It doesn't have to be money, but it's the resources are in place now. You could just be feeling safe finally and feeling secure so that you can spread your wings and actually fly instead of having to be afraid of falling. There's this wonderful energy, Sagittarius, of everything just being set and I don't think that you're going to exploit it. I don't think you're going to do crazy shit with it. I just feel like there's going to be this sense of beautiful release. This is the new moon. You had 2 new moons in a row. This is going to be some beautiful energy for you, and I think it's because it's going to make you just hold on and stay still. Actually, no, I think it's because it's going to make everybody else slow down, which is going to, in turn, take less pressure off you to have to keep up the fast pace and keep with the social life and keep with the public. And no, this is a sense of things calming down and you being able to just work on your sense of spirituality and connection. And it's something that's probably been long overdue. This is a wonderful place, wonderful energy of just your life dawning and something new happening, this new opportunity that's going to open up doors for you. And then we have inward revolution, and that's really what an awakening is, isn't it? Finally being able to get that contemplative time to do the work on yourself and realize things that honestly Lighten your load by 1,000 times. You're about to lose 1,000 pounds, Sagittarius. Seriously, just because of realizing and reckoning and being able to drop off that extra weight that you don't need. Let's read this card, because I don't think I've ever pulled this card before. 42. You are always moving forward the way of your heart. You are always moving forward even when you feel like you are going backward. Stop. I got to read that again. Sagittarius, I've got to read that again. You want to know why? Because that's what happens during retrograde. The planets don't go backwards. They're always moving in the same direction. They're always moving forward. They don't go backwards. We just perceive them as moving backwards. So I'm going to read it again. You are always moving forward, even when you feel like you are going backward. So even in this hesitation, even in this slowing down, even in this more lethargic pace, you're actually making headway and you're actually making progress. And it may be in a different way. You may be learning and planning about all those things that you're going to be able to take off on in a couple of months. But this is still part of the process. You are always moving forward, even when you feel like you are going backward. Your path may seem to go up and down or inward and outward. The spiral is a symbol of your soul journey. It represents the cyclical adventure into your heart center. You will continually revisit aspects of your life to bring you to deeper understanding. Difficulties and challenges can command a greater focus as they help to build bigger and better dreams and desires. Each cycle of life is an important stepping stone that expands into the next. Your life will only feel authentic when you come to your own conclusions. An inward revolution will open you to the wisdom of your soul. It is a path we must all take to truly know and love ourselves. From this place, we move outward, back into the world, empowered with our soul's wisdom. You are worthy of all you desire, no matter where you are in your spiral. Oh, my God. What a beautiful sense of cleansing and self-worth and self-appreciation that's coming to you, Sagittarius. Remember all of our relationships. Remember, all of our relationships get better when we love and respect ourselves. And anything from the past that maybe, I feel there's just a lot of lightening that comes, especially when it comes to family with the Mercury retrograding in Cancer. For you, Sagittarius, there's a huge lightening of your load. And it's going to help you love yourself more, accept yourself more, connect with yourself more, and making our relationships so much more authentic. Sagittarius, that's just like... It's enjoy the rest of this month. Capricorn, we're moving on to you guys. You ready? 32, 39. A fiery climax approaches. This is Aries energy pushing through, battering ram, batting heads. But at least you get conclusions. I think listen, Capricorn, you don't like in between. You don't like the gray areas. It's one way or the other, but that's not even it, is it? This is a sense of you have been trying to get these answers or trying to see progress for so freaking long. And there's just like, it's almost felt like you were banging your head into a wall, just giving yourself a concussion. Capricorn, you're about to make a breakthrough. A breakthrough, why? Usually in information during a Mercury retrograde or in Cancer season, there may be a breakthrough when it comes to your home, your health, your family. A breakthrough that needed to happen, that has been a point of contention for so long for you, Capricorn. Finally, you're going to understand things. Finally, those conclusions are going to come to you. You're going to stop beating your head against that wall, whether it's because the wall comes down or because you just decide, you know what, this shit is just not important to me anymore. Either way, you're going to get the information that you need to be able to let this situation in your life end. Let it finish. Let it be done. And that's the kind of beautiful breakthrough that you can expect, especially over this new moon. There's a sense of relief and understanding and completion. Mira, who or what is triggering you? What did I say? What did I say? There's something that's been bothering you. And what is it? I think there's a whole bunch of, for you Capricorn right now, there's a whole bunch of triggers, but especially a sense of not being able to get anywhere, not having any control over your environment, not feeling like your efforts or you are appreciated in any way. All of those things are causing you to be more tense and maybe be more pop offish or be somebody that you don't like being or feel a way you don't like feeling. Really, this is going to be a wonderful time for you to understand the core of those triggers, because those are just outward triggers. Like, what are they doing to you internally that is really causing you to react in an emotional way? That's the question that you really need to answer, and those are the answers that are going to come through for you, Capricorn. Let's get into this energy. Ask your soul. See? Oh, these cards work so perfectly together. It's not just about the triggers on the outside. It's what the buttons they're pushing on the inside. And that's the conclusions that you really need to get to. The heart and the deep root of the issues is what's going to happen. It's going to be revealed to you. Finally going to get those answers. Maybe because you're finally willing to see the answers, because this is soul work. This isn't just exterior work. So this is the kind of work, Capricorn, that is a sense of, the question isn't just going to be, I hate when people call and don't leave a message. It's not going to be that. It's going to be, why do you hate it? Why? What is it? What is that triggering in you? What's the button it just pushed? What is it? Which one? What is it? What does it mean to you? And those are the kind of, it may be irritating, but those are the kind of questions that are going to lead to the breakthroughs that actually help you draw the conclusions. Oh, I hate it because, not because of something in the past that happened to me. I hate it because I feel like I always have to pick up the phone, and I missed it, which means I couldn't return the call. And now I have no ability to return the call because I don't know what they wanted, or I don't even know who they were, or whatever. There's a sense of, oh, so you feel automatically responsible to return any phone call that was made to you. And why? Why are you asking why? Because that's the point. Let's go deeper. This is almost like Socrates. Let's go deeper. Let's get to the point. Why? Because only when I achieve things and finish things and get to the bottom of things am I accomplished. Am I validated? But that's not true. That's not true. And the truth of the matter is, if you don't have the information, let it go. They'll call back. Why is it triggering you? And keep asking why until you get to not the trigger. That's exterior. But the button it's pushing inside, because that's what's really important, Capricorn. That's what's really important to understand. Let's read this card. Ask your soul. Wise questions create wise answers. What I say, something you have asked for will soon turn up in your life. Every time you request something, you plant a seed in your quantum field or vibrational reality where it begins to grow and move toward you. This is how we create and expand consciousness. Asking is the first step in any creation. It only needs to be about 10% of the creative process, but somehow most of us make it about 90%. If we don't see any evidence our desires are coming into existence, we keep asking. This holds us in a place where the answers can't be heard. What you desire is on its way. You only need to ask once, and that's what's hard for you. Because you don't want to just ask once and then leave it to fate. You don't want to leave anything to fate. You are the law. You are the karma. You have to be pedantic about every step of the way, but that's what's causing you your pain. What you desire is on its way. You only need to ask once. It doesn't matter whether this is out loud or in your mind, because the universe interprets vibrations, not words. Where are your vibrations, Capricorn? This is why I say get to those buttons, because those buttons are pushing cords that are causing vibrations inside of you. And if the vibrations are wrong, you're not going to get what you want in your life, because you have to be vibrating on the same frequency as that happiness and that peace that calls in more of what makes you happy and peaceful. But there is a major breakthrough that's coming, okay? And it should teach you. It really should teach you. In this Mercury retrograde, it should teach you. Sometimes you just have to wait. You know, just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean you're failing. I just posted that meme on my account, my Instagram account, a couple of days ago. It doesn't mean that it was failed. And I know it's hard to sit back and just wait. But don't wait. I never encourage waiting at all. Be active. Enjoy your time. Like, put your mind somewhere else and let that manifestation come, and flowing on faith. And that's, they're connected. That's the real you're pulling it in on, is faith. Is faith that it's being taken care of. I've been heard, and you have been, because this major breakthrough is about to come. Good news. So Aquarius. Whew. Aquarius 4005. Let's see what I pulled for you. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. So expect to be rewarded here. Expect to be deserving. Expect to feel deserving. I don't think that you guys usually have a problem with this, but don't you? Because Aquarius, there's a sense of, where do you lack confidence? Just because you cover it up and act confident is not the same thing as actually having confidence. So where is it that you lack confidence? Well, my first guess would be in emotion, in a sense of other people's emotions, and connecting with other people's emotions, and not letting them impact you so badly, like taking it so personally when somebody does something, or having to just cut the cord and push everything, like objectify everything, so that you don't have to feel. This is a sense of being emotionally confident, right? This is a house of self. This is Leo, not the house of self. This is Leo energy. So this is a sense of not questioning your value in any circumstance, in any situation, even the ones you don't feel comfortable in. Leos rarely don't feel comfortable in situations, because wherever they go, they're with themselves and they make themselves comfortable. So this is a sense of really embodying that sense of confidence. And even though there may be situations around you that are not where you want to be, or this mercurial energy in the water is making you feel wishy-washy or more sensitive and more emotional, you can handle this. You can. These emotions are things that you should feel, have to feel, and if you need to lock yourself in the room, or you need to retreat to a beach or some sort of safe haven where you can be alone, then please give yourself that. Know that you are competent and you are able to handle all that is thrown at you, or all that you're going to have to feel that is normally uncomfortable to you. Know that you're capable, and also know that it's okay to let people see you cry. It really is, even though you may not, right? Or maybe it's that you don't care, and that's what you have to have confidence in. Either way, there is a sense of, with this Mercury energy in reverse, being more doubtful and questioning yourself more. And this is, I don't think questioning yourself more is bad, Aquarius. I just think degrading yourself or questioning yourself as in you not believing yourself, that's not right. That's not right. Let the questions just be to get deeper answers, not to tear you down and create doubt. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. These are some long-awaited transformations. These are some long-awaited switches and changes. These may be even something that is from past life, something that is coming up that you needed to deal with and finish for the person who didn't get time to do it, the life that you lived before. But I think there's this sense of, is your instinct and intuition telling you, giving you the reason why you're going through all this? Then trust it and follow it. This is a beautiful sense of just things not staying the same and not, I know fixed energies have a more difficult time with change because it's their job to maintain, right? And Aquarius, for you, it's the job to maintain a sense of social justice. It's the job to maintain a sense of social integrity, respecting others, and understanding others, right? House of friendship and community. So there's a sense, Aquarius, of, but that's shifting. It's shifting. Maybe your relationships with people are shifting. And there's that sense of, well, it's time. It's time. What are the major shifts in your life, Aquarius? How have you transformed before? Get ready. Yeah. There's going to be something that you have to confront during this Mercury retrograde that is going to be extremely emotional for you. So much so that it's going to alchemically cause a shift deep down inside. But it had to happen. It's like sussing out cancer. No kidding. You are the universe. This is about understanding that there is no end and no beginning, that everything connects through you, that the universe and you are the same. And it's just experiencing a unique perspective through your eyes. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. It's not looking in at you. It's looking out through you. Ooh, Aquarius, that makes me shiver and shake. Hold on. You are the universe. Know the self and know the nature of everything. You are you, and you are also the universe. Just like you, the universe is a living entity. It is not a thing or a person that knows everything. It is growing, moving, and reaching forward to experience life in new ways. Wherever or whenever you are, you will always recognize yourself and you will always exist. Play with the idea of the universe in all its manifestations, peers out through you. It mingles and joins with your energy to see the world through your uniqueness and expands as you do. You are the pioneer of this universal frontier, and the universe needs you to know it in all its forms. If you believe everything is separate, you will want a guide, angel, light being, someone or something outside of you who sees you to show you the way. However, everything is as one and nothing is separate. So nothing is on the outside looking in. The universe sees wonderment through your eyes, and you see wonderment in the universe. Become your own authority. Choose to feel good by discovering what makes you laugh, love, and enjoy. Focus on this and you will create similar manifestations, and whatever you don't focus upon will fall away from lack of attention. I just said that to Capricorn, didn't I? But this transformation is insane. So many Egyptian symbols. There is a sense of what did you become? Why did you become the person that you became? It's almost like you're going to run face into that. The reason why you exist in this life experience now. And all of a sudden it's going to dawn on you. And your life will never be the same after that, Aquarius. So no pressure. No, it's just, this is a wonderful time for that kind of realization, because a lot of us have still slowed down. Wow. Pisces. Pisces, 48. Let's do 4821. All right, Pisces. Let's see what card's coming out for you. See, I don't like this angle. You can't even see the table or the cards. I don't like that. But it is what it is. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Now, there's two meanings of this, right? What do you mean? What kind of conclusions? A conclusion as in a finishing, or a conclusion as in now I understand? Well, both, because they're both a finishing. They're finishing of a problem, of an intellectual problem, of an enigma, of a conundrum. They're also a completion of a time in your life. Now, this is a sense, remember, it's still a very watery, it's still Cancer season. So maybe there could be some sort of endings inside of your family, some kind of hurts or sufferings that are finally past. There's a sense of finally understanding the things that you needed to understand to be able to let go of hurt, let go of pain, let go of sorrow, let go of suffering, let go of self-hatred. That's even worse, right, Pisces? Let go of a sense of self-hatred, let go of a sense of isolation, let go of suffering. Conclusions will come out. You will understand your family in a way that you were not able to before, and see it in a light that helps you heal and move on. You will finally understand, and it will illuminate your soul so that it is finally whole. Starseed, what lights you up? Damn. You're going to know your soul purpose, your life purpose. You're going to be reminded of who you were before you became this body. Now, what this translates to me, honestly, Pisces, is you're going to remember who you were before all the craziness came into your life and crapped on you. You're going to remember who you were before all the craziness showed up. And it's like finally that inner child, that inner you, finally has the ability to emerge now. And it's almost like it's not even the butterfly, it's the infant, that purest form of yourself, able to just release those things that were drowning it, tethering it, poisoning it, because now you understand. And it was in that understanding that you were able to finally finalize things and let go of them, move away from them. Getting back to that sense of what is my life purpose? Who am I? Who was I before all this jaded crap happened to me? How much did I laugh? How easily did I play? How easy was it for me to trust? This is a sense of getting back to him or her that was left in the dust because of so much disappointment. Expansion, 44, beautiful energy because it adds up to 8, which is infinity. It never ends. And no, your expansion doesn't ever end. But Pisces, what I say, you're finally able to expand, to come out of this shell that you are and be exactly who you are, as well as grow and expand and reach out. It's like if you just feel so cloistered lately, there's a sense of coming out of that space, dawning, like seeing the light on your eyes for the first time, growing. This is also a sense of when you find your purpose, you're able to connect it to the rest of the world, and there's opportunities that are opening up for you, Pisces. I'm going to read the card, don't worry. Travel at your own speed of light. You are keeping up. Are you keeping up with your life and all you want to create? Or are you holding yourself back with what ifs or buts? You limit your life through your beliefs. Everything you say and everything you do becomes true for you, and it is the platform on which you build your life. The playing field of life is unlimited and loving. You are an unlimited, loving, and wondrous part of creation. You are perfect right here, right now. You are different and therefore think differently to last week, last year, last decade, and yet you will always be you. What you are observing is your view. It is neither right nor wrong, but a way to become clearer about what you like and don't like, so you can choose what to focus upon. The events and experiences of your life will grow in meaning as your consciousness expands. Learn to focus and dance in time with the energy and speed of your desires, and they will arrive easily in surprising and satisfying ways. Breakthroughs, man. Major, wonderful fucking breakthroughs for you, Pisces. And I do think they're 3D. It's okay. It starts within though, right? It starts with emotion, and then it manifests itself outwardly as progress. I love this. Let's move on to Aries. Aries. 53, 57. You got it. Okay, Aries. The energy is gaining momentum. See, something was happening in your life based on the weekly reading, Aries. There was a sense of you not even realizing how good something was going to end up, right? And then there's this waxing moon. Something is happening. So this is a new moon that you're starting out at, right? You're starting. But then it goes into the waxing moon. Something is growing. There's something new. I bet you've just started something new, whether it's a relationship or job or a project, something new. And I'm telling you, you're going to just dive right in. This energy is a little bit of a push from the universe that says, here, we're going to give you a little bit of a push. It's gaining momentum. It's you're going to be full in pretty soon. Even if you were hesitant and didn't really want this, there's a sense of, just rolling with it. Like really, like once you start rolling downhill, you just kind of like tuck your arms and legs in and just keep going. Like there's a sense of keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. This is a sense of you've strapped on, man. Like, you've strapped in. Strap on. You've strapped in. Do you, Aries? You have done it. So in other words, the roller coaster is just going to take off now. So get ready for this wild ride. This is awesome. This is awesome energy because there's a sense of even though it's retrograde, you will still be able to feel movement forward. And it's really hopeful energy, Aries, because of the fact that, like retrogrades can, especially water retrogrades, like Mercury, like it. Wow, I can't speak. Especially Mercury retrograding in a water sign, it could get really irritating for you. But you're going to have a place to put your mind. You're going to have a place to put your energy that's going to help you generate more. And oh my God, I swear to God, I just looked up and it was 55-55. Major breakthroughs and major changes, Aries. Huge changes coming to your life in a beautiful way. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. I can't, like, do you understand that you didn't even know you started on this path? This is a path that you didn't even want to go on. You were probably hesitant on it. This is the path that you were supposed to be on. This is the path that was going to get you to where you wanted to go the whole fucking time. And you happened upon it reluctantly and by accident. Because all the rest of the time, your cardinal ass self was all like, no, this way. I'm making a decision. I'm going to make it happen. Totally forgetting, are you even happy? Are you even happy drilling in that direction? Like, why did you even start drilling in that direction? Because I decided to. Enough with that shit. The drill broke. The cave collapsed. You barely got out alive. And then you had to take this sucky little job kicking rocks or dusting sand off shit. You're going to find a diamond. You're going to find a diamond. Diamond's your rock, too. And you're going to find the people that you really love. People that really care about you. You really care about them. Maybe you need like a whole new group of people, like where you belong. Let's put it that way. You're happening upon this. You like, or it's like you felt you got shut in or trapped in a cave, and you end up like having all these like beautiful crystals and light around you and being guided through this underground cavern. Beautiful experience to come out the other side where everybody else was sweating in the sun. I'm just saying, trust this path. Okay, you can't make this shit up. Nothing has gone wrong. Aries, what was the whole fucking reading about? Nothing has gone wrong. I know it feels like it has because it wasn't how you planned it, but nothing has gone wrong. Everything has gone right. This is synchronicities. This is balance being restored. This is happiness. This is, oh my God. You would not have gotten here by yourself. I'm just going to let you know that. You wouldn't have. This had to come and kick your ass and knock you for a loop. You respond well to physical violence. So there you go. In the last few days, a change came out of the blue. It may have felt like your body and mind moved through a crack in reality as your life altered course so suddenly. Deep within, you have been craving change. And this situation brings new and different experiences to your life. You may be feeling a little lightheaded and dazzled by the brilliance of this expanded version of you, but you are doing it so well. It is now time to catch your breath and settle into your new outlook. This is an opportunity to look at your thoughts, ideas, and your reactions to your potential success. As you become aware and implement change, you can rise above the limits people or situations have placed on you. This card depicts the trigram of the I Ching, the Book of Changes, with a yin-yang symbol. This is a reminder that everything changes, that nothing can exist on our physical plane without its opposite, and neither is superior to the other. You can't stop anything that has manifested, but it can serve as inspiration to create new paths aligned with your soul truth. Oh my God. So the change isn't just coming from exterior, it's coming inside of you. You're the one that's going to change. You're changing. This is going to change you. Yes, for the better. 100%. It's almost like you wanted to be happy so bad. You knew exactly what you wanted, but you were headed in that direction, not there. And the universe was like, Aries, psh, the fuck. And that's that new job. That's that new relationship. That's a new situation. It's pushing you toward where you actually want to be. Go watch your weekly. Amen. Hallelujah. Taurus. Before I do Taurus, I gotta take a little drinky poo of water. It's just water. Okay. Shake it up. Taurus, let's do this. Love it. Meditate and contemplate. Taurus, this is Piscean energy. Really interesting for you. A new moon in Pisces. Now it's a new moon in Cancer. Similar energies, but Pisces is more lost in dreams and more lost in, the possibilities and the ever expansion and just not, who cares about reality, But Taurus, this is it could get uncomfortable for you. But there's a sense of, feeling like maybe you're lost in dreams, or you're lost in you don't have a firm footing, but you're really not supposed to. Not right now. This isn't the time for a firm foot on the ground. This is the time to lean back and float and feel that you can trust the water, and you can trust the emotions, and you can trust this current, that you will still be able to breathe. Your weight can be in the water. You can't walk. Why are you trying? You're not going to get anywhere if you try to walk in the water. And none of us can walk on water. There's this sense of trusting the water to carry your weight, but it doesn't carry your weight with you trying to stand the way that you would on earth. You have to lean back and really do this in a full float, and just know that everything underneath is to support you and guide you to the next step. This is a beautiful sense of just tuning in psychically and being able to follow in faith. Meditate and contemplate. You like to work, you like to get things done, and you like tangible results. Well, guess what? None of them are available to you right now. Do you lose your fucking mind? No. You go within. You accept the silence. You accept the peace. You accept the calm, and you accept the flow of the river. And you just you just take a ride. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. This is really interesting energy. This beautiful energy of flow. Why have you been so tense lately? Have you been feeling like you haven't been doing enough? Like that's what I got in your weekly too. And the weeklies would cover this energy. There was this sense of everything really being okay in your life, like you having everything that you need, but you not feeling good enough for it or not feeling like you've done enough for it. Like go watch the weekly. It really covers a lot of that. There's this beautiful sense of, but you are being taken care of and you do have everything that you need and want. And if you find I know it says meditate and contemplate, trust the veil, trust the psyche, trust the dream world and the realm of dreams, trust the mystery. Because I think if you trust the mystery, you'll actually trust yourself. You'll see the beauty that's you right now. You won't need any conclusions of, well, why do these people like me? Or why do these people want me? It doesn't matter. You just got to trust them. And if you find and trust your own sense of worth, then you will be fine with trusting their worth, the value they place on you. Wow. Channeling. This is why I'm telling you, it's asking you to meditate and contemplate. Maybe because you think you're lost and you're not, because the truth is you're already on the right path. You need to listen to those small voices, that inner soul, because there's a sense of really already being involved in what it is you think you're not capable of. Channeling. Messages are coming through to you. This makes actual meditation extremely important. I know I skipped over a little bit, but Taurus, this is a sense of take at least a minute a day to allow those vibrations and to allow the breath to take over and to just let the thoughts go. It's absolutely necessary, and I would consider it at this point an actual assignment, Taurus, an assignment. Because there are messages. If you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, get out of bed, put your feet on the ground and meditate. And any images or words that you hear, write them down. This is a sense of something is coming to you and acting through you. And like that Pisces energy, you have to allow yourself to be the conduit. You're already engaged in the activity that you need to be engaged in. You just don't even see it yet. But now it's like it wants you to realize it so that you can do it with intention and know your connectivity to that purpose. Okay, so if you're having dreams, whatever you remember of them, Taurus, you got to write them down. Trust in this crazy frou-frou stuff that would have been like, ooh, I don't, that's not, what is that? It is everything right now. Like I said, the water is everything right now, Taurus. It is your stability. It is your solid ground. So you have to trust those psychic messages that are coming through. They're coming through intentionally to give you your instructions and your directions. Ooh, that's chilling, man. That's pretty awesome. Taurus, let's get into the reading. Experience your stream of consciousness. You have the ability to tune in to different streams of consciousness to gain wise information for healing and expansion. Channeling shifts your awareness so you can stream information from various frequencies. It is just like tuning into a radio station. If the information doesn't agree with you, tune in to something different. You can't expect to hear rock music on a classical music station. With practice, you will be able to tune into your soul transmissions easily. You have focused a part of your stream of consciousness upon the earth plane to experience life in new varied ways. Your soul loves you so much. It is always transmitting this love and truth, even when you have forgotten. You need to hear this message so that you know that you're going in the right direction. Because you may stop going in that direction because you've forgotten that you are, but you aren't. This is what you're meant to be doing. So this is a sense of find that connection and find those words. They're already inside of you. The messages want to come through, and they're messages of love and support and, hey, dummy, you're already great. You're already doing this. this is the direction you have to keep going on. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Where are we? Okay, I just messed that up. Wait. 59. Okay. All right, Gemini, let's do this. Oh, I love this. This is beautiful. Gemini, this is really lovely. Listen, dude, I know Mercury's in retrograde. I get it. But let's just bear with me. Have faith in your dreams. This is one of my favorite cards. Now, of course, let's say this is actual literal, because I said I've been dreaming a lot. I've been dreaming like crazy. And Taurus is going to be dreaming a lot, right? Channeling those messages. I'm stuttering like crazy. I can't speak. But Gemini, have you been dreaming more dreams? What have your dreams been telling you? Have you been kind of almost like going into another dimension, even in waking time, finding yourself daydreaming, but not even daydreaming? It's just like connecting into a glimpse of like something else that's happening, having almost like a psychic flash, right? You got to have faith in them. You got to have faith in whatever messages are coming to you, even though the messages are not being transmitted in the way that you normally are comfortable with them. They are coming into you. But this is also a sense of, Gemini, you have started on a new path, haven't you? You have transitioned. You have decided to take a different road. You've completed a cycle and you're on a new one. And look at your reading, dude. Look at your reading. You're going to have the resources to do it. And the more that you believe in your dreams, and the more that you have that purpose that is focused on that soul purpose, the more the resources will come to you. So this is a sense of, this is the time to really move. I know, in retrograde, why would we move forward? This is the time to move forward, Gemini. Believe in yourself. Yes, you can. There's no such thing as being too old. Are you alive? Then you can still get it done. Play. You love that. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. You're looking at almost a vacation. I feel like I got that in your reading too. You're looking at almost a vacation, and I think it's a vacation from, I think, just the backlash of all the crap that people usually levy on you. There's just this sense of being liberated and freed from it. And I do feel like you're going to a place, you're finally moving. You might be actually moving in a direction where you're just moving toward happiness. Happiness and lightening your load. I think, and I don't necessarily think this is a you thing. I think it's the universe thing of just, okay, pressure off, Gemini, for a second. Just pressure off. And people aren't even going to be paying much attention to you. That's a good thing, because it's like you don't need to talk to anybody but spirit right now. That's the only person you really need to check in with, is just have those conversations inside yourself. Other people would probably get in your way and muck shit up right now. Honestly, Gemini, it's true. Please just follow that spiritual path. Follow where spirit is taking you or pulling you. You're going to literally be pulled like a little cat toy on a string. You know, one of those little worms that used to jump around because you had it on the end of a string. Just let the string pull you. Just let it go. It's going to be such a wondrous adventure as you get there. You know why? Because you already did the hard work of tethering that string to the place on the other side, connecting through spirit to that purpose. So it's just going to pull you along. Just going to pull you along. What did we get? Was this Pisces? Maybe somebody's pulling on the other side of the string. And it's not pulling strings as in manipulation. It's that string of faith, right? And it's just let it pull you along. You've already taken the risk. You've already tethered it to the other side. Now you just have to not hand glide. What is it called? What is it? Stream gliding or whatever it is? That's all you're gonna do. You just gotta let it roll and just love the excitement of it all, because that's what's gonna be happening to you. It's wonderful. And you know what's so wonderful about these cards is it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. The journey is the fun part right now, Gemini. Let go. Hands up. You're going on a roller coaster ride. Just be like, woo! That's all. That's it. Ooh, I just let go of a little fart. Oh God, I'm sorry. This is live, man. It's not edited. um, let go. Seriously. What did I just say though? And this is air energy. This is the sword. This is clarity, clarity and purpose, clarity and emotion, cutting all the strings that you don't need and just riding that string that you're on. This is beautiful energy. I love it. Let's read the book. I'm not going to try to get too deep because I don't think I need to, man. You're just going to enjoy every step of this process. And that's what I love about this energy. Take back your power and thrive. Let all just be and take back your light. Stop trying so hard and breathe. Letting go does not mean jumping blindly into faith, but to release the resistance you hold about a subject so your dreams and desires can be realized. We have all hung on to a person, place, job, or idea because we think it will give us what we seek. But hanging on is the result of unbalanced thinking. This imbalance has you needing compensation. You created a deficit by compromising yourself, thinking that was the way toward your dreams. It was your choice to do that. Now it is your choice to let go and create from love instead of fear. You deserve to have what you want without compromising your truth. You cannot change what has occurred. However, you can change what you do from this moment on. No one has been placed upon this earth to make you happy, just as it is not your responsibility to make anyone else happy. Free yourself and everyone else of the idea that we must please others to be loved. You are loved, and you are love. You are love and you are loved, no matter what has happened in your or another's life. Damn, Gemini. Do you understand? Like, this is a sense of guilt. I'm just going to say it. And Geminis feel guilt. And the more they feel guilt, the more they blame you for it. Because Geminis don't like to feel bad about making people feel bad. Right? They don't like to feel, because it blocks them in and it confines them. I swear to God, this is about you feeling guilty about somebody you hurt in the past. Thinking like, I got to keep hating that person. I got to keep hating that person. I got to keep hating that person. No, you don't. You can actually admit that you love them still. It doesn't matter if you made the mistake. What matters is, it's holding you captive more than the actual situation was. So just let go of being pissed. Let go of whatever it is that you feel like you were owed. You deserve freedom. And if that freedom means you were wrong, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? This isn't about saying sorry. This is about letting the past end completely and about being 100% about the future. Oh, whew. I love it. Cancer. What is this? 117:15. Cancer. Goody, goody, goody. Let's see. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Okay. Stay away from the details, Cancer. Stop. This is about expanding the target. I think that you've had your sights set on one thing, but that's not really trusting in faith or connecting with spirit, right? Broaden the target. That's the lightening up. It's not, you're still taking aim, but now it's like you're not being so hard on yourself, right? Don't clench. Broaden that target. Expand and be willing to listen. Look at the bigger picture. This is Sagittarius energy, full moon in Sagittarius. You know what the best way to help you get outside yourself right now is, Cancerians? Help others. Or more to the point, because this is Sagittarius energy point. Get it? The arrow? No, this is literally like Sagittarians always see the big picture. And I really do think that you are part of the big picture right now, Cancer. In teaching people the big picture is about family and home and you know, the health and the nurturing that comes from it, all of those things. But this is a sense of there is a bigger meaning or knowing that you should be focusing on, especially over this new moon. Well, I'm a freaking Cancer, which means I'm totally lost. I want you to take a few steps back from whatever it is you've engaged yourself in and give yourself that time. Let go of that pressure of, I have to make a decision. You don't have to make a decision. In fact, you shouldn't make a decision. You need to expand and broaden what you're looking at because there are more things for you to know. Take a break. What I say? And this card has a new moon in it. Watch. Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. You see? Take a break. Cancer, if you have been feeling like you just need some space right now, take it. If you have been feeling like you're overworked or even just feeling exhausted right now, please take a break. It's actually a requirement and an assignment from Spirit for you to do this. It's going to help you put things in perspective. And I feel like you've been pushing, and that's wonderful. I love a focused Cancerian. They're the best. But now just let yourself literally take a break. Not take a break from wanting it or pursuing it, but take a break from doing it for a second. Because it's almost like you may be pushing too hard, and you especially don't want to push hard right now. You want to go with the flow, and the flow is lazy river speed now. Okay? It's not the flume. It's lazy river. You have just got to allow yourself to step back and it's like universe wants you to see something that you're not seeing, and the only way you're going to see it is if you fucking relax. Oh, this is cute. This is interesting. Divine animals. Have you been like, there's messages coming in through your totem animals. There's also a sense of go out into nature and connect with nature and be able to connect with animals. You don't have to touch them. But this is a sense of being able to listen and hear even when the communication isn't direct. This is the thing, broadening and expanding what you consider communication, and know that there's communication coming into you through totem animals. This is really fucking interesting. And because you got this card, I'm going to draw a card from you guys. It's interesting because I was feeling and feeling and feeling, do I use this deck? Do I not use this deck? And overall I said no, but I feel like this is the reason why I need to use this deck, just for Cancers. And no, it's not because I favor Cancers, because I am one. It's literally divine animals. I'm going to read this card for you, but I also want to pull a totem animal for you. What is this totem animal that Cancer needs to know? You know, it's also what animals teach us. It's not just the animal, the messages from Spirit that they send. It's not just the messages from Spirit that they're sending us. We got it. It's not that. It's like, look at my dog right now. I'm fucking working for 2 hours on a Friday night, and she's chilling her ass out like this. She's lying there. I mean, that's what the sense of learning from them, of learning how to have their peace and how to have no ego and just sort of be in that present moment. Okay. Lion, higher calling. And that's what the bigger picture is. I got chills. I don't know what the fuck this means. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Those being courage and majesty. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. Oh my God. And what is the animal on the front? Cancer, there's just so much more to your life. There's just so much more that you're destined and meant to do. Look at the bigger picture. You know, this for you especially. Please don't dumb yourself down or dull your shine for anyone. If you feel like you're being called to a place, even though, or maybe it's too expensive, it doesn't matter, because you know what? It's not going to be expensive in the future. You're going to be fine. If you feel called to that place, you got to go to that place. If you feel called to that position, you got to go, even though it's a half pay cut. It's not about this instantaneous gratification or the world, like instant validation. Where are you being called? What is what you want to be? Where do you want to be? Who do you really want to be? That's the big picture, because this is Lion. This is that sense of who are you at your heart? Well, what's going to put you there? Where do you really want to be? And don't ask any more questions and get on that road. I'm blown away. Okay. 22. Soul companion on your journey. Spend time with your pet or in the company of any animal to realize the same light that flows through you flows through all living creatures. We all create different containers for our soul experiences depending on our individual desires and dreams. Humans experience greater contrast than animals. That is why our influence and creations are wider reaching. However, this also makes it easier for us to split and stray from our hearts. Animals reflect the divine love that we are. When we are around animals, it is easier to move into alignment where we can be inspired to grander creations. People often believe they receive unconditional love from an animal, as an animal is more likely to be aligned with its soul instinct and doesn't know you to be different to who you are for it to feel loved. You will feel free to be who you are. When you emulate this behavior for yourself, life becomes more relaxed, loving, and your relationships will catapult to a whole new level. I get it. A whole new level of joy. My dog doesn't care if she farts in front of me. I can't care if I fart in front of you. I actually think I had this conversation either with myself or you guys in the daily. There is this sense of, and it's crazy that I get those confused, but there's a sense of, who are you? Be them. Be that person. It's not a change in who you are. It's a change in how you perceive yourself. It's a change in how you need to always impress or create, and cancers do this all the time. We create an image that for somebody to fall in love. We're like, I love you, so who do you need me to be? I need you to be yourself. And I need you to not fall in love. Look at the bigger picture. This is about falling in love with you and being yourself out loud, and then deciding that you're falling in love with somebody who's acting as authentically as you are. But I'm telling you right now, this is a sense of just being raw and being just completely raw. Letting it all hang out, Cancerians, because it's just about so much more than you. But God, does life need you so bad? And it's just around the corner. That's what's really getting to me. It's just around the corner. What is it? partnership, love. This dream of yours that you have no idea is even coming towards you, but it's going to be better than you ever dreamed. There is a sense of getting out of your way right now and not pushing so hard and not always worrying about, well, what if somebody else, what will they think of me? Whatever. What would your animal do, man? I'm going to ask myself, what would Kisses do? She wouldn't give a fuck. Also, and I noticed this today, Kisses runs up to everybody. She just goes right up to them. She doesn't even think. She just goes up to them and says hello. Me, my natural instinct is, oh, that person doesn't want to see me. But really, that's just an excuse because I don't really want to get involved in their emotions. I want to keep myself distant. I have to stop that crap. That's what the spirit is trying to tell you to. What is your animal's behavior teaching you? What is it? Take a close look at your animals or the animals around you. What is it inspiring you to do? I have to be more forward. I have to be more engaged and involved and go up to people and share my energy. She does it so freely. She's a Leo. She's a Leo. Kisses is a Leo. This is just a sense of being so confident in your own self-worth that you don't question when you walk into a room, if you're welcome there. Doesn't matter because you're welcome wherever you are. It's also a sense of you need to be a part of this bigger picture. So who can help you? Looking at the animals, especially if you have an animal at home. They have something to teach you. If like me, maybe you've already noticed it. But there is this wonderful sense of Leo energy. Majesty, royalty, beautiful energy. You know, Prince William is a Cancer too. So is Lady Diana. And so is Prince William's son, George. Isn't that interesting? I'm just saying. There's just this sense of like assuming your full regalia. Oh, all right, man. Like I'm just gonna roll with this shit too, Cancer. Whatever the fuck that means, I just gotta go with it. Either way, over these next 3 days, Cancer, take a fucking break. Allow yourself to take a break because there's more, and that's where you need to be able to expand to. Leo, as we talk about Leo. 1:30. Oh, that was too long. Sorry, guys. 36. Leo, let's go. Leo, communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So this is, okay, let's think about this. Communication, it's interesting because Leo, your reading this week was really powerful. And it was a sense of you being the conduit, being the go-between, being what is blocking somebody from getting hurt, of you being the communicator and representing somebody else. But there's also a sense, check out the extended, you really need to listen. You really need to understand and know. Communication is key, but the key to Gemini communication is not talking, it's listening. And this is a time to really listen. This is a time to not make your decisions or base your decisions or make statements or even make actions on what you've already decided is true. This is a time to take in more information and listen to how people are acting, how people are, what people are saying, but all those little things. I feel like you're going to start seeing something break down. I feel like you're going to start seeing cracks in an otherwise perfect situation that you thought was perfect. And this isn't a bad thing. It's actually a good thing because it will keep you out of putting yourself outward or throwing yourself out there for somebody that may not be for you. This is Gemini energy. Communication is the fucking key. But remember, you got to listen. Listen. That's what you got to do. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Are you dealing with a Gemini, Leo? Are they walking all the fuck over you? fueling your fire, fanning your fire, flattering you, saying everything that you want to hear. This is your weakness. This is your Achilles heel. You believe people have value because they fucking flatter you, and that is not true. Just because they flatter you don't mean they're your friend. You got to recognize that. And that's why I said communication is key, but it's not your communication, it's their communication. What are they saying to you? What are their actions saying to you? What are their actions showing you about who they really are? Forget about how flattering they can be or how good they've made you feel. There is some necessary insight that you're going to gain by just watching this motherfucker and maintaining the distance from them, or at least not letting them too far in, protecting your parameters. But protect the parameter. Protect it. That's all I'm saying. This is a sense of your boundaries being walked all over. You need to establish better boundaries. And it's easy with a Leo to walk all over them when you start to flatter. 35, holy shit. This is about a divine counterpart. This is definitely a sense of either you needing to understand somebody else's boundaries better, but I really think it's you, like them, you needing to establish better boundaries with somebody in your life, because there is this sense of you literally putting yourself completely out there for somebody that is really not worth it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I know you don't want to hear it, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They're really not fucking worth it, Leo. They're not as wonderful as you've made them out to be. So please stop giving them that much credit. I don't know why that information came out, but it came out and somebody needed to hear it. Ooh, manifestation. You have the power, Leo. You're the one making this happen. It's almost like you're the one creating everything. It's your energy. You're the one creating everything, and they're the ones kind of like living off of it. Interesting enough, around this time last year, you had similar messages. So it must have something to do with eclipse season and Cancer season, where people just get too fucking close to you, where you're just almost compromised in a sense of a weakening of the sense of self, a weakening of a sense, not of the sense of your self-worth, but a weakening in your ego, like somebody being able to take advantage of your ego and let them permeate your fucking castle because of it. I remember I used all these castles and infiltrated symbology last year around that time. It's happening again. But you have time to realize it. Let's read the card. Oh, hold on. Okay. Manifestation is 25. Sorry that took so long. You will attract. You ready? Okay. You will attract what you give your focus to. In other words, you've manifested this person in your life that has basically told you everything that you want to fucking hear. And they have literally like you've let, but I think differently than last year, you know it, you've realized it, and you have a right to reestablish those boundaries and push them the fuck out. Okay. You will attract what you give your focus to. You are about to experience something you have longed for. You may not see any evidence yet, but don't be disheartened. Instead, be still and align with your soul. Soon you will be inspired to take a step forward, where you will meet your dreams and desires. Fall in love with the unknown, and the path of the known will materialize. You create your life through how you feel and what you think. When you change your beliefs, your life changes to match it. First, you must be aware of how you feel in the present. Practice focusing on what makes your heart sing, not shrink. The time just before manifestation is an opportunity to change any story from your past, present, or future. Your perception is altering so you can see in a new light. Everything is created twice. Firstly, in the vibrational realm, perceived as imagination. feeling, or dreaming, and then in the physical world as a manifested object. Oh my God, I just got chills because Gemini is all about duality, right? It's all about the twins, and this is the duality of creation. Everything is created twice. First it happened in your mind, and now it's being manifested externally. Wow. Enjoy the journey to all you are manifesting, and your desires will arrive sooner. This is the nature of creation. So what the fuck does this have to do? You don't want to take along the wrong fucking people, especially if you're about to open up a new portal in this life. You're about to step through. Believe me when I say this could be a sense of just like getting the wrong people out because you've worked so hard and so diligently. And now, guess what? It's time for the great purge. It's also time to know your standards very, very well. Trust the universe. Keep manifesting. When you get that bounty in, it's going to make you go like, whoosh, I don't need all this other crap. I can't have it come with me. I just feel like something new is really coming toward your life. It's really big and it's really beautiful. And you got to let go of the dead weight beforehand. That which could include the feelings or things that you've understood, things that you've accepted to be true. Those concepts, like I said, Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn, they're all in retrograde. This is a solar eclipse, yo. This is a solar eclipse. Your ruling planet or planetary body is about to go through a solar eclipse on this fucking new moon. Oh God, the darkness that illuminates. Getting down to the pit of what's really underneath everything and bam, letting it transform you. This is going to be a big change for you. And it needs to. It needs to happen. Oh, because there's such beautiful stuff ahead, Leo. It just needs all the chains need to be cut. All the preconceptions need to die out. It just needs to be done because this is your second act, man. This is your second act. Ooh. Damn. Virgo. Ready? Oh, you'll like that number. 141 on the dot. Let's do this, Virgo. Let's see what moon card came for you. Show the world the real you. There's a lot about authenticity here, isn't it? Full moon in Aquarius. So this is the truth. Hi, Goisies. I love you. Full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. The water represents the truth. A truth in memory, truth in reality, truth in just awareness. There is a sense of waking up and being who you really are. Now, this is a sense, Virgo, of you not hiding anything about yourself and just being sincere. I feel, and I got this in your weekly reading, that you were holding back. That was the fucking name of your reading, was holding back. And this moon energy comes around to liberate you. To stop holding back. Stop holding back what you're feeling inside. Stop holding back that you're scared. Stop holding back that you're worried. Stop holding back that you're excited. Stop holding back so that you can remain in a state of, I know where I am. Of consistency and reliability, and I already know where I am. You have got to get the fuck out of there because that's not who you really are. You have so much to give to the world. You have so much to do for the world. You got to break those chains and get the fuck out. Who are you really? And then what are you confining yourself to be? This is the truth. The truth is going to come the fuck out, whether you like it or not. And it's going to slap you in the face first. The ever unfolding rose. This is one of my favorite. Okay. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. What did I say? Whether you like it or not, Virgo, here it comes. Like it or not, the truth is coming out. And it's not happening so that to torture you or torment you or hurt you. It's happening so that you can blossom and bloom and be your full self. This is not the world against you. This is the world for you. But you have got to open up. Open up like a flower. Open up like a rose. Be sincere. Don't hold yourself back, please, 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 please. This is it, Virgo. This is it. And then we have create space. I feel like you've been cooped up for so long, Virgo. But it's a confinement that was made by your own fears, your own frustrations, your own concerns, your own worries. It's a self-confinement, like the hermit. There is a sense of your space increasing and broadening and expanding. It's time to move on, and it's time to move forward. It's time to come out from whatever rock you've been hiding under. 33-8. Create space. Make room for your dreams. Oh. Create a space for new desires by learning how to be happy now. We all want certain things in our life to change, and it is up to us to, or for you, in your case, you don't want it to change at all. It is up to each of us to do something about it. If you apply action from a position of truly wanting change, you will create evidence of that desire as manifestations of change. Once you notice something you would like to change, take a break and say thank you. Recognizing that you want to change brings you more clarity on what you would like to change it to. Your job is to create the space for your dreams and desires to fill. Do this and you will begin to receive direction and wisdom. Create this space by coming into balance, meditating, focusing on the moment, or thinking of a person, animal, place, or situation that makes you smile. Feel the smile stretch through your body and relax, knowing that all you desire is on its way. You have empowered your whole being because you don't need conditions to change to feel joyous in the present. You are bathing in unconditional love. Breathe it in and enjoy how good you feel. I mean, change was like every other word. Every other word was change. And you're so resisting and pulling back. And it's, you know what? It's, do you want to be hurt by this? Do you want to be hurt? Because the change is coming anyway. Participate. Come out and participate. Because you have to, because it needs you, because it's the right thing to do, because it's change that is you changing too. You can't hide from that. Ooh. Oh my God. Definitely watch your weekly, Virgo. Definitely watch your weekly. Libra. You ready? Let's do this. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. I love you, baby girl. My little baby needs to walk. Don't let pride get in your way. The first thing I thought when I got this card, Libra, is your relationship. Or who you fall in love with. What do you make those decisions on? Look, appeal, social status, or love and compatibility? Because you are all about partnership, right? But there is a sense of, is your pride getting in your way? Is who you see yourself as, this image you have of yourself, determining who you can be with before you even know if they're somebody that's right for you, or if this is the right situation for you? See, you're also ruled by Venus, and she could be a very proud and vain entity. And that is not good stuff. And those can be big traits of yours, is putting that sense of presentation first. And that just makes you fall flat on your face. And now you got a broken nose and 2 black eyes. Why? Because you were trying to walk down the street, put on your lipstick. You weren't looking where you were going. That's what it's saying. It's like, enough with the fucking bullshit, the pride. Forget about it. What's right in front of you? What's the real good stuff? Because the positive side about Leo is confidence. Are you really feeling confident? Because pride is the lack of confidence. It's the adherence to things that you've done in the past, to accomplishments that have already been accomplished. But you need to move forward, not back. You're not who you were. You're not where you were. And that may mean you're not with the person that you used to be with. But ultimately, this is a sense of stop butting heads because of what you think should be or what you think, like, forget this souped up sense of value. Stop. Let it go and look around you and smile. There's beauty in everything, not just in the fancy stuff. But this is Leo energy too. That's really interesting to me. Leo energy just is popping up all over this reading, and it popped up in Cancer, and it popped up. Where else it popped up in Leo? No, right? Pride. Don't let pride get in your way. Oh, that could be a twist of words too, couldn't it? Because a lion's pride is its group, is its family. Oh, Libra, shit. Your sense of commitment to a specific person or a specific group might actually be what is the biggest challenge for you right now. Might be what's getting in your way. Your pride, a lion's pride is the group they belong to. And because of your commitment to partnership and doing the right thing and keeping everything in balance, you're not going in the direction you're supposed to be going. You're not taking it. You're not taking an opportunity that wants to come in for you. Oh, trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? You already feel this. You already know. You've already realized it. You already know. Because it's already bothering you. They're already bothering you. It's like, get out of my way. Get out of my way. But you can't say that. You can't say that because it would be mean. And it would be impolite. And it would be make them not feel good. And get out of my way. That's what's bugging you, man. There are people getting in your fucking way. And even if they are right in front of you or they are your husband, wife, family, it doesn't fucking matter. You know what matters? That call that's inside of you. You know which direction you go. I think more than anything, people are going to, everybody, all the zodiac signs, it seems, are going to be reconnected with that little voice inside of them. And a lot of times you've built all these people around you. You're taking care of them. They're your walls. Now they're your restrictions and they're your limitations. Don't let them be your limitations, Libra. Don't. You need liberation, not limitation. There's something in there. There's something in there that's bugging you. It may push you in a direction that you don't belong going. Let's see what this card is. Let your light shine. You got to let yourself shine. Everybody else is shining around you. Maybe too much, not too much, whatever. Let them shine the way they want to shine. Please don't dull your light for anybody. Please don't fall back from your path for any reason. There is no reason good enough, and there was no one good enough. Let's read what this is telling us. 45. Oh, Libra, I just don't want you to falter here, honey. Be authentic. Today, embrace your uniqueness. Say to yourself, I am so pleased and honored to be me. Embrace the parts of you that may feel a little strange. They feel this way because you resist experiencing the fullness of who you are. You can feel a little odd or peculiar at times, longing to be like everyone else and just fit in. But compromise breeds resentment, locking yourself into the pretense of what others want. We just talked about this. Will strangle your soul and split you in two. Accept yourself. Set yourself free from judgment and what you perceive others think about you, because that really can get to you, can't it? Love me, approve of me, tell me I'm pretty. Fuck that. It doesn't matter. Let your soul shine out and inspire others to connect, embrace, and shine their truth. When we are aligned with our soul, we feel loved and satisfied. We no longer need others to lean on. I see you, Wuzzy. I see you. To fill our perceived voids or to be different to who they are. Instead, we want to be with others for the pure joy of it. Create new ways toward anything that is of interest to you. Can you feel relief wash over you? Oh, you are beautiful. All those obligations that you've been telling yourself, look at 4, 40, 44, like angels are surrounding you, protecting you with their love and light. Believe me, you are protected and divinely guided right now. Libra, please, please, please. This is not about your look. Stop making it about your look or your vanity, because that's all about pleasing others. That's all about what you think other people fall in love with or want to be around or will find attractive. But your perceptions are incorrect, because you're beautiful without all that shit. Authenticity is the most beautiful beauty. It is what attracts people the most. That's what you got to get back to, because this is going to land you flat on your freaking face. Wow. We're at the end of our zodiac, guys. We're done. But you know what I realized? I didn't read something to you that I promised I would read to you, and I'm going to read it to you now. Midsummer and the sun. I just saw 44, 44. 2 fucking times now. I saw 55, 55, and 44, 44. Not only are they divine counterpart numbers, but they are literally like, it's like 4 blocks of a number. Like they're angel numbers. And I saw 2222 today. Whoo. Anyway, midsummer and the sun. We celebrate the glory of the God at his peak strength with pregnant goddess's promise of abundance. Although the goddess is, as always, important, this holiday focuses on the sun and consequently on the god. So the connection to the sun tarot card is obvious. And holy shit, I'm shaking because we had all of that Leo energy. And what is the sun card? The young child on a white horse symbolizes innocence, openness, and power. The red banner swirling from the sky to the earth reminds us that we are connected to the same vital life force that fuels all life, both physical and spiritual. Litha and the sun card are both relatively simple, especially compared to the other holidays and their cards. The first fruits of summer are ripening. The atmosphere is languid but expectant. Meditate on the sun to enhance enjoyment of the sweetness of nature, of a foreshadowing of the rich abundance to come. Relish the beauty and delight all around. The sun is warm, the fruit is sweet, and no one is in a rush. Everyday moments are dripping with pleasure. There is a feeling of success and accomplishment without stress or strife. Life is good simply because it is good. What a perfect celebration to have during a Mercury retrograde. Life is good simply because it is good. No more, no less. With that, I'm going to leave you and let you go and wish you a very, very happy weekend. I hope you enjoy yourself. I know Jackie's already been hanging out on the beach. Thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you so much, Amber, for moderating. I hope you got to enjoy yourselves too. I don't ever get to really follow the chat, but I think that you guys have a good time in there. And I'm glad. And I hope that you get to enjoy the sun and the happiness of this weekend. And especially if you're Cancer, take a fucking break. Like let yourself slow the fuck down and don't question it. Don't question it, because you know what? You're going to get shit done and everybody else is slowing down too. I love you guys. Happy summer solstice. Happy Mercury retrograde. Happy sun in Cancer, and happy new moon in Cancer. I'll see you guys on Monday on Instagram.